Hyena so far, but one is better than nothing. And I'm just going to get into a little spot here where we can stop and have a closer look. It's completely relaxed with us. We're probably only 15 feet from the hyena, and it hardly even raised its head as we drove in. And this goes to show how comfortable and habituated these animals have become with the presence of us in the vehicle. And that's taken many, many years of good guiding practice in the Sabi Sands, which has made the animals understand and realize that we are not here to pose a threat to them. We don't help them in any way. We are simply observers. Diana, there's one adult present. I can't see any sign of any other hyena at the moment. So I was just letting...
Okay, copy that, yeah. I'm on the track now. Would you mind if I join you?
No, not at all. So Diana's going to come in and have a look. She's got some students out from America who are busy doing a course, and she's going to be joining us here. Good morning, Debbie, and thanks so much for sending your question through. Debbie would like to know, at what age will hyena cubs start to join the clan when they head out foraging for food? And usually it's around a year of age. That would be a typical age where you would expect young hyena to be moving away from the den and starting to get involved and learn the ways of the wild and look for food with the rest of the clan. But there's no set rule. Some hyena cubs will develop faster than others, and the same goes for this scenario right here with the hyena cubs that we've been witnessing. The oldest cub out of the three that are part of this particular clan was seen by Brent at a kill probably about 2 weeks ago, and it was quite far from the den, probably 2 miles away from the den, at a leopard kill, and that cub's probably only 7 months, maybe 8 months old, so a little bit younger than we would have expected. I was very surprised to hear it was that far away from the kill, to be honest, but it just goes to show there's no set rule. They typically, though, do rely on their mothers and will need to suckle, or can suckle, for up to a year in age. Oh, I wonder where this hyena is heading off to. Just going to try and turn around quickly. It looks like it's going to greet the other vehicle. Question through from Katrina in Washington. Good morning, Katrina, and welcome on board with us. Katrina would like to know if a subordinate female or a lower ranking female would ever try and oust an alpha female, and I'm sure that does happen from time to time, but usually in hyena society the title of queen will be passed through from the alpha female through to her cubs, her female cubs. But obviously if she gives birth to consecutive litters of females, there will be a long list of potential queens, so there will be certainly some fighting in order to establish who is dominant within any clan. But typically, like I say, it's passed through from mother to daughter. Well, wasn't that a great sighting? And it does look like it may have be heading off. And it's heading off into an area that'll be difficult for us to follow it. So I'm just going to stop and let Andrew try and give you one last shot. I don't know if we're going to make it in time. But it has just veered off down a pathway. And you'll just see the movement of it as it passes off. It was possibly coming back here to see if any other clan members were here, and now that it's seen that nobody's home, it's headed off. It looked like it could have been a male, but very difficult to distinguish between male and female. Good morning, T, and thanks very much for sending through your question. Dee would like to know, why is this hyena alone? Aren't they usually in a clan or a group? And yes, they are. But in the Sabi Sands, they will very often forage at night and go out at night looking for food alone. They don't need to move as a clan in this area when looking for food for a few reasons, but the main reason is that they mainly scavenge from leopard or hunt for themselves in this particular area of Africa. In other parts of Africa, they may rely on stealing food from lions, which means they need numbers. Lions, there's always more than one in a pride, and hyena therefore need a lot of reinforcements in order to be able to overthrow lions from a kill. In the same breath, in some areas, hyenas will hunt solely for themselves and they won't scavenge, and then again they do need large packs that they can work as a team to chase down prey. They've got incredible stamina and can be extremely successful hunters when they want to be, and they are in the fortunate position that they can hunt or scavenge depending on whatever's easiest. And because leopard are numerous in this area, they've worked out that it makes more sense to steal from leopard than to take the risk of trying to steal from lion. And what that's resulted in deer is that they live in smaller clans and also very often move alone when looking for food, but then they'll come back to their clan base just like this one would have done to reunite with family and maintain bonds and relationships. They've got a very strict hierarchy position or system, hyena, with the females ranking higher than all of the males, which is an interesting twist in the tale, because it's usually out here the males that are bigger and more dominant, but with hyena it's different. Thanks very much for that question, and we will now be continuing on. The sun is up above the horizon, but there's a bank of clouds which is probably going to make it, well, it is definitely making it a little bit delayed. So we're probably getting about a 10 minutes to 15-minute delay of actual sunlight because of that thick bank of clouds on the eastern horizon.